What is poppin', YouTube? Tasi Wasiwu coming at you. We have Latif, Archie Lala Boy Gamer here, playing The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Don't know what it's about, but we about to get it poppin'.
Don't bark at the viewers. Alright, get out of here. Get out of here.
Bye.
Alright, that was Tasi Wasiwu. So anyways, Archie Lala, we're back with a new Let's Play, Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. So I've been doing a lot of reading, and it seems like Trails in the Sky are like one of the best, or I'm sorry, Legend of Heroes are like one of the best JRPG series to like ever come out. And seeing as how I've had this game for a while, but I stopped playing from high school, so I wanted to like get back into it. And I played through chapter 1, and I must say, like, the game, I don't know, it's pretty dope. I like these kind of games. And there's like a whole series to it, so I want to like play through the series. So we're just gonna hop right into it. I was thinking about Nightmare, but I'm not trying to like take forever on each series, because there's a bunch of different series. Like if this was just one game, I would have done Nightmare, but seeing as how it's like literally a bunch of games that I'm gonna have to play and buy, I don't want to like spend too much time on one game. So we're just gonna do normal because we care about the story. So let's hop right into it. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today too. And Scarra's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty cool clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now why don't you come have a look? What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Why? Looks kind of dead if you ask me. Why would Sun bring you back a dead boy? Like, I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly, and he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair, and a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? Where have you been picking up these kind of words? No doubt from Scarizard, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. I don't even know his name. You mean brace your business? Something like that. Oh, look. That was kind of suspicious. Huh? He's waking up. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey. Oh, you're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try and change the subject. Ow. Quit yelling. Alrighty. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know, that thing that people call you? I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... It's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Guess that's a no. Well, I guess I'd better get myself ready then, too. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. Well, with that silent song of yours, gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. Tsk. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune though, cheerful yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling and stuff? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we've finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not gonna let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still like understanding us though. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me that you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning and trading. Don't you remember Scara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap, totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it, I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear the two of you act so much alike, but whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Scara's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about ruin-style scalloped fish and balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle, or our stomachs. You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude, but I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. We got money. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Scarazard my regards. We're finally moving! Alright. So I have played through the prologue and chapter 1, but I haven't played anything past that. So there's a lot of things that I still don't know about, like Joshua and Cassius and all that stuff. Look around. I haven't played through this since high school. Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Alright, let's go. Alright, so in this game you can move around your camera at certain times. At certain areas, I should say, and it's pretty cool. I love how we have a sign for our house. North is Roland. So I'm playing on PC, or my laptop. I've finally been on Steam for like super long. It looks like we've made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Truth be told though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place. So I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Alright then, let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Scara. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Scara at the Bracer Guild over there then. Alright, so let's take a look at this. So the green things are shops, purple is the church, orange or brown orbital factories, blue is the lodgings or the inns, and red is the Bracer Guild. So we are heading to right here. And we can turn our camera too. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, Aina. Good morning. Is Scara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. The Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Scara. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get the show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirit attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. What? Joshua Scara's picking on me. Don't worry, Skara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is overly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an ornament with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much that I can do except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Skara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time you start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Orbments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz, or process septium, installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. The Kingdom of Libero, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Cimmerian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Libero is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop orbments. Orbment technology has also been a key pillar of support for Libero in protecting its independence as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Libero was invaded by the Arabian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Libero enjoys peace. Let's see, since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Skara? How's today's practical training any different from the training you've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it. Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to get to both of you. Ina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything you may find and where. These kind of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. Crap, this sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So, get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright, then, let's begin. Look over there by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. Alright, so we got one mission here. So this is like the mystery dungeon thing, where you go and you select missions and stuff. Alright. Details of the job confirmed, and the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in the Bracer notebook. Okay. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? Is that a typo? That's funny. But, yeah, I haven't... When I was doing this myself, I was not checking the poster or the bulletin board, so I missed out on a lot. But we're gonna try to do that in this playthrough. You betcha! Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What we'll be doing this time, we'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Oh, okay. Here is where you will learn how to use an Orbital Factory services. At an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects, and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here? No problem, leave everything to me. So what is it that you would like to know about? Ornaments are mechanical devices, which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airships, engines, and so on are also types of ornaments. However, the ones that we will be discussing today are battle ornaments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each ornament is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them may vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open at an old orbital factory, like this. It'll take a fair amount of sepif too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what is it that you would like to know about? Simply put, orbital arts are magic through which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle ornaments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts, probably all to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must be first synthesized at an orbital factory. Ornaments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can also use changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Ooh. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, ornaments are much more complex than what I've described, but I think this information should suffice for now. So what is it that quartz are circuits made from sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your orbit and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. Sepith can be exchanged for a mirror almost anywhere, but at the Orbital Factory it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbment slots in which to install the synthesized quartz. It looks like Mr. Melders has answered all of your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some sepith. With that amount, you should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbits. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you would be able to exchange sepith for mirror, but for this training, you will not be able to use this service. Oh, okay. Hey, Freddy. No, we're not opening slots. We can't even afford that. We are making quartz. So we're gonna make one of these. I guess I'll just make this. I'll just make these since I'm here already. And I think we have to equip them. Oh, I only have one slot. This one gives you health. This one gives me attack. I think I'm gonna put this one. I think fire is like a good thing to have. And Joshua needs a time quartz. Alright, it looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz. Oh. Wow, so it's a good thing I bought the older one. Because she wants something that allows me to use an attack and healing. Alright, it looks like you've got both recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allows you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your orbits. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to have open them up all early on. Now, I want you to use the sepith and open a slot on each of your orbits. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. It seems I only have enough to open one of them. Yeah, I can only open one. Okay. I see you've managed to open one of your open slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular elemental, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Yo, they be going off in this game, yo. Yo, they be going off, yo. They don't even, like, be shady. Like, it's just straight out, like, shots. Oh, well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean, like, now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Huh? Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua! All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Scara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and I even made you jot down what you read in your bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentions searching for and retrieving an item for the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief. Oh, divine Ideos, I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was that you thought it was a paper test? No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. Ah, I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if I'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test. How about the both of you trying to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. Heh, we'll be fine. Just tell us what you want to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in rolling sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which have been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real, living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. What's this book for? It's called a Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've got a really good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tips, Scara. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Alright, we are in here. Oh yeah. Since I have an extra slot, might as well put this in here. And now we're off to fighting. Luckily, I don't need a tutorial on fighting. Because, like I said, I just played through the first chapter. Wait a minute, Estelle. There appears to be a recovery point over there, so we should use it if our HP or DP become low. Basically, you just talk to this and you heal. Sounds like a plan to me. Yeah, I be using these to farm, I'm not gonna lie. So, like, if I do farm, like, obviously I'll do that off screen. But, it's definitely good to use those, and you can save by them too. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. Conditions of this battle will change depending on how monsters engage. From behind is disadvantage because they surprise attack you, but if you get them from behind, then it's like a preemptive strike, or you surprise them, basically. So it just affects who gets to go first. So yeah, you have the... I can't even use arts, but... So you just attack an enemy. This represents, like, where you can go. The blue spaces where you can move. If they're out of range, you would just walk up to them, to the closest area. But we're just gonna double team this guy. I think it's always best to eliminate an enemy rather than weaken two enemies. Same thing with like DBD. So here, he's out of range, so we just have to approach him. But now he is in range, so we can hit him. Oh, I guess it's a tutorial, they're not gonna fight that.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. So yeah, enemies like this that are good at avoiding physical attacks, we need arts. Arts are cool because you can hit them from any range. The only thing is that they take up like your EP or mana or whatever. They also take some time. So I'm pretty sure these are weak to fire. No, they're not weak to anything, so we can use anything. Yeah, so this is just a tutorial, because they're not going to fight back. I don't really remember how this goes, but I guess it's just not going to fight back.
Piece of cake.
And if you notice, we get items and separate from monsters too. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that. Crafts have range limits but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage. Crafts are character-specific skills which not only deal out damage but also have a broad range of effects. Using crafts consumes CP. Okay. I actually never use these, I'm not gonna lie. I only use the S crafts.
Come on.
I totally forgot about these things. I should probably use these actually more often. Definitely that morale one is cool. Because the fact that like I can boost my whole party's strength, like straight up,
Let's move out.
it's really good. The dual hit one, probably not, I don't know. Here we have a chest. Revive. What's this over here? It is locked. We probably need to get that key over there. Oh, what a surprise. Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of one. One blow using an S-craft or S-break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CPSD at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. S-breaks are actions which allow S-craft to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. You can change your S-crafts? I did not know that. Yeah, it's been a while since I played, so you know. So the cool thing about S-crafts is that I can attack, and then I can... Wait, what? These are actions which allow us to follow the tutorial. So I can ignore the turn order and use it again, and then use it on somebody with like, that I can just one-shot. So like I would attack this guy, finish him off, get the S-craft, activate it, skip his turn, and then hit him. For me personally, I always save these things for boss battles, so for tough battles. Or if my character's about to die, or faint.
That's that then. Let's move out.
So it's always good to save these. So that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we've made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Seems like we got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. There are bonuses. and you can use those S breaks to cut in and take those bonuses. So like if I wanted that plus 10% health right there, like I could cut in and steal his turn or whatever, stuff like that. Are they just not gonna move? Oh, they are, okay. But yeah, the arts take some time to charge, so you know, we just gotta wait for it to happen. That did 105, that's insane. These things have like 8 health. Oh, whoops. Alright, so like I said, I like to, in this situation, double team. Just get him out of here. The dude is just not moving. I'm just gonna use something on him. I don't feel like walking up there. And I'll be able to recover my magic later on.
Alright, we're good to go.
I've got a lot of items for that. Found small box. Oh, whoops, I wasn't reading. So our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're not fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's like what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep, opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as there were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Karen when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright. So I think that's it. Is there anything over here? Nope. Can I turn my camera? Nope. Only in certain instances you can turn the camera. This is locked, so I guess we'll be back down here soon. So I'm just gonna run out of here. I think the sticky was spot. Just in case, might as well use it. Was he just sitting there? Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Yep, they're the real deal, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. Whew, that was a close one. I figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Scara, what's in those boxes you had us get? That's for me to know, and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say we passed the test? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. When is this day gonna be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed. It seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, and as you already know by now, Ina is in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you go ahead and report the results of today's training? Okay, yes, I know that we had to talk. Talk. If you passed your qualification exam, then there's one thing left to do. When you want to report that you finished the job, please select the report option. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points which are known as BP or Bracer points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a bracer and be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of a junior bracer start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you will receive will also be recorded in your bracer notebooks, so please have a look sometime later on. All that's left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Ina. I'm sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual. Don't worry about it, training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Skara, it will involve the whip. Let me say it again, good work you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. She holds out 2 small boxes. Aren't those boxes the ones? In answer to your question, yes, these are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't the both of you have a look and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. Estelle and Joshua open the boxes. The Junior Bracer Emblem. This crest is... So does this mean that we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright, beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as Junior Bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild. So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only now just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua, you should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at us now, world, we did it! I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations and stuff, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. We understand you have been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Skara, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Skara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of the Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father Cassius trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. Hey, yo, what does that mean? As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Skarzard, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior racers. Right. So can I check this? Is there something here? Oh, I can't even check it. Hi there, Estelle and Joshua. Oh, hi, Ridge. It seems like your training is over, isn't it? I'm humbled to know that you two are the youngest ever to pass the base racing. I look forward to working with you in the same capacity. Ourselves as well. I have to get back to work now, but if there's something you don't understand, give me a holler. Congratulations, you two are now official members of the Racer Guild. From now on, I'm going to be passing jobs out to you like candy. Bring it on is all I have to say. I look forward to working with the guild. But there's no jobs right now, so we just have to go home. Hurry up and come on. Wait for me, Luke. Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great, it's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the, oh great, it's Estelle remark? And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer you want to be. Tisk, how wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in Libero than the milk that comes from Purcell Farm. Alright, that was a bad joke. What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers. More like bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now, a high pony, on the other hand. Yo, Joshua's a hater, bro. We're just gonna say this right now. Joshua's a hater. Quit being a killjoy. Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me. But getting passed by the likes of Estelle? What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. So it looks like Estelle and Joshua are confirmed 16 years old. I'm guessing. That boy Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it, it's just a boy thing. He probably likes her. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it made me a bit curious. I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times. That's not really what I meant by curious. Alright, should we have a look around town? First off, we need to buy the news for Dad. Oh, I forgot to talk. Good afternoon, sir. Correct me if I'm wrong, but today's your last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it the last time I had you in the store. Yes, that's right. So how did your training go? That emblem on your chest means I shouldn't have expected anything less from Cassie's kids. But we're still bracers in training. No, we're not. We're official bracers. We're just low rank. I see, but well, I knew we were going to have to give up a part-time job here sooner or later. Yes, I'm really sorry about that. Don't sweat it. I knew it happened eventually when I hired you on. It's a shame though. There's hardly anyone out there with as good as an eye for weapons as you. But that's the path you've chosen, so get out there and show us what you're made of. I didn't know we used to work part-time. I don't remember that. A lot of these things I don't remember from playing like years ago. don't think I want to waste my money right now. I'm just looking around. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. What are you in the market for today? A new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the new Strikers? Unbelievable. You've actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Library News for Dad, right? Of course. Haha, you've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Strikers haven't out yet. I do, however, have some copies of the Library News, and if that's what you're after. Alright, I'll take one copy then. That comes to 100 euro, please. I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well? It sure does. The Library News has an excellent reporter and camerawoman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. But enough about that. Why don't you tell me how you did today? Did you make it as bracers? Today was your last day of training, wasn't it? Yep, everything went smoothly too. But how did you know about all that, Mr. Renault? Haha, in a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here in Roland. I tend to hear a lot from customers coming through here. I shouldn't have expected anything less from Roland. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. No kidding, the women here especially love to gossip. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with my shipment of goods. But don't hold the free part against me. What's this supposed to be for? There's a ton of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write down what's in it, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle. Well, I have made it a personal rule to never turn down sweets. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you're traveling about, Tassie! Say hello!
Poppin'. Continue.
Ew! Get out of here. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had an opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. It's not like I don't like cooking at all. It's just that I never seem to get any better. I'd sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're in need of any ingredients, I'd be delighted to service your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renault. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Eating a recommended dish at restaurants or using to-go meals adds the recipe. Basically, just eat any food you haven't eaten before. Sit-down meals are eaten on the spot. To-go meals can be eaten during battle. You buy ingredients at a store or you get them from monsters. So you can farm a lot of stuff in this game. I'm so glad that Renault's store has finally got it on track. It seems as though it's become much easier to get products since you started having them brought in by the airliner. Ever since the first ordnance were invented, this world has become a much easier place to live in. Oh wow, nice views. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna head back and we're gonna explore later on. Estelle, Joshua, am I glad I found you two? Oh, hi Ina. Is something wrong? You seem to be in quite a hurry. We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago. What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Union that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Roland. You mean the Tower of Esmelas? Isn't that place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they used to say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Skarzard is out on other bracelet business, so I want to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you only just qualified to be junior racers today. With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I will take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Bracer Guild, I ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of those children. Roger that. Understood. The Esmelas Towers can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Maga Trail. You can get onto the Maga Trail through Roland's northwest gate. I'll be on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you know where to find me. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua, we don't have any time to lose. I'm right behind you. Well, never mind. We're going on our first job. There's no posters here, right? Okay. So we can look here. Maga Trail is up that way. We can also look at the map real quick. Oh yes, we're gonna take a left. Should we fight monsters? No, I kind of want to run past this. I don't really want to fight monsters like throughout these videos because like nobody wants to really see them. Is there an item over here or something? Oh, I ran into a monster. Alright, I'm pretty sure these things are weak to fire. Yes, they are. I'll fight them since like we're here, but I want to open up Joshua's thing so he can equip another elemental. Oh my gosh, these guys are strong. Yo! What are you? Am I about to lose, bro? Ooh, nice miss. I mean, nice dodge. That was like looking like concerning. Why were they were so powerful? But yeah, you definitely want to look out for weaknesses like that. Those plants were weak to fire, so you definitely want to just blast them with fire. While we're here, let's see. What items do we have? These are ingredients. Do we have foods? No, we do not have foods. I don't really have recipes like that. But one thing we do have is Estelle's here ability, so we can use that to heal. It takes EP, but we don't need that much. At least I don't think we do. Alright, so Esmelas Towers is this way. Let's check this thing out. Alright, there's something up here. Let's just double team. Joshua has his S-break, but we're gonna hold on to that.
That's that then. Let's move out.
I probably should try to get to like level 4. I don't know how much this is gonna do. That's a decent amount. Alright, let's see if I can reach this from here. No, I cannot. But luckily, we do have the speed advantage.
Alright, we're good to go.
Ow. Ow. Alright, finish you off, and then we gotta finish this other guy off. And then we can double team this last guy. Alright, Estelle has her S break too.
Piece of cake.
Alright, now I definitely feel like I might as well just get to level 4. Well, let's just keep going. We'll see. Yeah, there's more power. It looks like we've come all the way to the Esmelis Tower. I didn't see any sign of them along the trail, so do you think they've wandered inside? It's quite likely that's the case. Let's go in. It looks like we'll need to hurry. Right. So now we're in like our first dungeon. It's dark in here. I'm scared. Quit being a baby. We're only on the first floor of this place. Did you hear that? They really did come in here. Estelle, are you alright? Luke! Pat! If you can hear me, answer me now! Those little brats, are they pretending they can't hear me? They might have climbed up to the second floor. Let's hurry and see if we can find them. Alright, are they gonna give me a spot where I can like restore? Can I change my angle? Yes, I can. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind that I'm pretty sure this game has 5 chapters and we're still in the prologue. That just shows you how much content is in this. Somebody help! Oh no! We're gonna run full speed because that's what Estelle would do. Estelle, you idiot. You monsters, go somewhere else. No, shoo, leave us alone. Chew on this. Estelle, what are you doing here? Get back, you two. These monsters aren't playing around. Joshua, you're here too. Estelle, quit trying to be a glory hog by diving in all by yourself. Lecture me later. Right now we need to take care of these things. I wonder if we rushed in together, would we have knocked out two? Bro, we have to protect NPCs. I don't remember doing this at all in chapter 1. Like, I wonder if we could do this throughout the rest of the game. Should I do this? Screw it, I think we can
Come
do
on.
it. Let's see how much damage it says. Not as much as light. Yes, run away. Good move. Good move. Just run. Why you took one step, bro? Good dodge, good dodge. We can still save the S break, like it's not an emergency or anything. Yeah, we're Gucci, we're Gucci. Yep, we could just smack them around, we're Gucci. Look, and they're running away. Look, the smart NPCs, man. And this should be it. Boom.
That's that then. Let's move out.
And just like that, level 4. Estelle learned taunt. Another thing I've never used. I don't be using the crafts. And it's as easy as that. There was nothing easy about the mess you just got us into. What were you thinking of rushing in like that without assessing the situation first? Oh, don't you get your boxes in a bunch? Everything worked out just fine. Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome. You really showed them, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp. Ow, that hurts. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think about what you did today. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. So this is the thanks I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was my fault. Estelle? Shouldn't we forgive each other for like they teach at school? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick. Estelle, behind you! It's something with teeth, isn't it? Knife monster? I'm not gonna make it in time. Huh? Dad, you came. You still lack skill in understanding Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be abrasive. Dad? What are you doing here? I just happened to be in town and heard the whole story from Ida. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children. But you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching our back. That just means that you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So how about we head home, everyone? Can you boys walk? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Bruh. Ha ha ha, of course I was, I'm her father. Alright everyone, let's file on out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. I love how Luke was all over Estelle, and as soon as her father shows up, she's like, yeah. Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful that Dad saved my behind. But why does he have to go and take all the credit like that? It really chaps my eye. Haha, that's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassius Bright. It seems like you've had quite a day. That is just unbelievable. The second we get back to Roland, he says, I'll leave the reporting to you, and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you. There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. We still got money, though. You did well for your first assignment. From the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. How about we head home too? I guess we'd better. I've still got dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding on a second? A letter arrived for your father just a little while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead? I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. I imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches? As I'm sure you already know by now, Libro isn't the only country where the Bracer Guild exists. On top of that, your father is widely known all across the Zemanian continent, so we can expect these kind of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure that he gets his letter, I would really appreciate it. Other jobs? No. Just making sure. I want to be able to do everything. Alright, let's finally head home. Hey, Joshua. Do you think I'm really cut out to be a racer? Well, you seem to have inherited your father's skill with his staff. And your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone in distress. Really? You think so? Sure, but why are you asking? Are you still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Because of my carelessness, Luke almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Daddy hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future. That kind of talk doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. Huh? If we fail today, then all that's left to do is to take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worrying about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Isn't being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something like what happened today discourage you? Joshua, you're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You laughing like a big ditz is far more natural for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up. Haha, okay, I admit that last comment was pushing things a bit. I'll overlook it this time, and thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to get home and eat. My stomach just started growling like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than ditz. Making us run home. Where's my cutscene? Alright, the home isn't too far. Guys, we're still in the prologue, by the way. How do I make dinner? Hello? Or do we have to find Dad first? Okay. We're home, Dad. We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to. Good work, kids. The details of your reports will be reviewed at each branch and will affect your pay and rank advancement in the future. Please make sure that you always remember to do it. Don't worry, we will. And before I forget, I got that copy of the library news you wanted. There was this letter for you at the guild, too. A letter, huh? Well, I'm going to get cleaned up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad? Thanks for coming when you did today. You really helped me out back there. I see you're being rather gracious today. Papa is happy. How delightful that my daughter has finally understood what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come and jump into your father's loving arms. In your dreams. I swear, the men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. She's right, though. I guess she's not as depressed as I had thought she'd be. Should I be thanking you, Joshua? I didn't do much. I just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with. Yes, she is, but she still has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work. And overcoming those obstacles is what will teach her to stand on her own 2 feet. There's that soft side of yours talking again. Oh no, are eggs supposed to explode like that? I guess I shouldn't have gone in expecting to make a perfect meal in a single try. No, wait, cooking is supposed to be about passion. Exploding eggs are passionate, right? Now once more. That daughter of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go help with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch fire again. But at this rate, there's no telling when we can expect to have a bite of food ready at the dinner table. Haha. Alright then, let's see what this letter is all about, shall we? Cuts the letter sealed. A message from the Arabian Empire? What? Wow, this is a surprise. This new dish is what I call Estelle's explosion over a rice. Be sure to savor every last morsel. I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. Hee, this is raw talent at its best. Today certainly has been a busy but great day nonetheless. We qualified as junior bracers, had our first real assignment, and I didn't even lose my eyebrows making dinner this time. Not to mention the food being delicious. For a first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first I thought I might have to pitch it out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Sometimes you're just so despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something tastes nice? Alright then, how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave on business. You made a splendid meal, Estelle. Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again? Yes, something unexpected came up. This time, I'm going to be away for a while. Hold on a minute. You're leaving? When? Tomorrow morning. What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon. It's about that letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? Oh, it's nothing like that. Just a simple investigation. I'll have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me about a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away. What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some big excuse like that and take off for who knows how long. We have to accept it, Estelle. A bracer's job is to help those who come to us for help. I know. But what are you going to do about all your jobs here at the Roland branch? You've already accepted a few of them, haven't you? Oh, only about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, Anne, how about the both of you handle them for me instead? What? Are you really asking us to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? That I am. I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish, and I'll ask Garazor to handle the difficult ones. So what do you say? Sure, of course we will. You're okay doing these too, right, Joshua? Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild and let Ina know about the change of plan before I leave. Alright, I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with those jobs so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone. Oh, Estelle, my beloved daughter. Papa is so proud. Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven, can you see your daughter now? Our little Estelle has grown up to be such a lovely young woman. So that's what happened to the mom. She passed. Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well just throw in the towel forever. I'm only helping you out because I'm your daughter and I have a duty to pay you back for the last 16 years. So she is 16. I'm only 45, and what's more, I'm very likely the most active member in the entire guild. Not bad for a bear of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will you be on tomorrow? The one headed for Gransel or the one headed for Bose? I'll be on the one headed for Gransel. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning. That means I'll have to get up a little earlier tomorrow. I better set my alarm clock just in case. Dad, are you still awake, Joshua? You better hold off on the liquor or Estelle will get mad again. This is just my way of lifting my spirits before I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink? I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying here is don't offer alcohol to minors. I'm not like Scara, who would jump at any chance to enjoy a drink or 10. Haha, that's because she holds her liquor much better than I do. There's something really serious happening, isn't there? There's no conclusive evidence, but there seems to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Arabian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. This movement doesn't appear to be overt, but that's what has me worried. I intend to do a little probing at the Arabian embassy to see what turns up. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl, you hear me? Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rougher on the edges, she has talent with the staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yet at present, she's like a babe in arms who knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. And Joshua, the same thing can be said for you too. It's already been 5 years since you became a part of this family, hasn't it? How time does fly. Yeah. It sure does seem that way. About what you said back then, are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. I think they're talking about when he said, "Why didn't you just let me die?" I didn't pick up on this before. This is crazy. And I still don't really know who Joshua is, even after playing through Chapter 1. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I can live with myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. But I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose in life, you can't erase these paths. You can't erase these past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be your family, no matter what may befall you. Thanks, Dad. And there is the prologue.
Now slip, 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 slide, slip, 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 and